Did you know that in most countries, men typically outnumber women? Hello everyone, and welcome to World IQ. In this video, we will be looking at countries where it's the women who outnumber men. Let's get it. Starting our list at number 10, Aruba. This Caribbean island with dry sunny weather and blonde beaches have women that make up 52% of its population. That looks like 50.9 million males and 56.36 million females. The median age of females is 40 years. The involvement of women in politics and leadership roles is high. Aruba gives us another opportunity to answer the question, what if a country was run by women? The election of Mrs. Weaver Crowes is very significant in modern-day international politics. It's not even just her. A lot of other women also hold valuable positions in government and society. There are more women working in the service sector, and they take high positions in sales. Talk about progressive and equitable society. Number 9. Portugal. The climate here is lovely. They have pristine beaches, impressive architecture, and a vibrant culture. The women here make up 52.7% of the population. According to the EU, the median age of women in Portugal is 40 to 45 years. Women are treated fairly and with respect. Women only received full legal equality with men after the Carnation Revolution of 1974. Since then, women have had easier access to professions that excluded women. In fact, there are a lot of highly educated women that are in the medical field. Some are elite lawyers. Others hold high positions as office employees for a lot of companies. It's good to know that women here do not just outnumber men, but they also do work that contributes to Portuguese society. Number 8. Hong Kong SAR. Once a British colony, the women in this special administrative region in southeastern China also outnumber men. I mean, they made it on our list, right? But anyway, women here have a population share of 53.1%, and their median age is around 46 years old. The role of women in this country has not been the most progressive. According to the Women's Foundation, women still haven't gained equal representation in male-dominated industries. For example, in the logistics and transport sector, women only make up 7% of the workforce. But it's not all bad, since companies are taking steps to level the playing fields for women in these traditionally male-dominated sectors. Women in Hong Kong have become more financially independent, assertive, and career-focused. Number 7. Estonia. This country in Northern Europe borders the Baltic Sea and Gulf of Finland. The female population is 53.2%, with a median age of 46 years old. The Estonian constitution grants full equality to men and women in all respects. They have equal rights, and they can own their own land and inherit property, which makes sense, since a lot of women in Estonia play a very active role in education and commercial fields. They have one of the highest literacy rate for women in the world. Being a woman in Estonia ain't so bad. Number 6. Russia. The country whose territory ranges from Europe to Asia, the women here make up 53.5% of the population. They have a relatively young female population. The most represented age group was from 35 to 39 years old. There are no laws that limit the participation of women and members of the minority groups in political participation in Russia. Yet their figures remain low at just 15% in national legislature. The highest number of working women in Russia work in sales. A lot of women work in service sector, like retail, tourism, health, and education. Still a long way to go for equality, but at least we're starting somewhere. Number 5. Armenia. Once a Soviet republic in the mountainous Caucasus region between Asia and Europe, The women in this country make up for about 53.6% of the population. Good news for women in Armenia, since 83.3% of legal frameworks that promote, enforce gender equality are in place. But there's still a lot of work to be done for Armenia to achieve gender equality. In February of 2021, there's only been 22.7% of seats in parliament held by women. The women also outnumber the men in terms of unemployment rate. But the women here have gotten more active in entertainment and politics compared to before. Coming in at number 4, Ukraine. This large country in Eastern Europe is known for its Black Sea coastline. The women here make up 53.7% of the population. In legal terms, good news for women in Ukraine, since they have equal constitutional rights as men. The women in Ukraine play a vital role in shaping its future and protecting their country. More than 60,000 women serve in the Ukrainian military. They're trying to fend off Russia's aggression. Thousands more serve their country as journalists, paramedics, teachers, politicians, and artists. Compared to other countries in this list, Ukrainian women have more opportunities for employment. Before we give you our top 3, what do you think of our videos so far? Comment your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Number 3 on our list, Curacao. This Dutch Caribbean island has a female population of 53.9%. The women here are also politically active, since the proportion of women who hold managerial positions is at 42.4%. In terms of legal frameworks, there has been a rise of women's rights, and they give special attention to abolishing gender stereotypes on the rights of women in the family. Interestingly, there have been 5 female prime ministers over the past decades in Curacao. However, the political participation of women still remains an issue. But this is already a good start. Lots of countries still haven't had any female presidents. US. For our top 2, this country sits in the southernmost part of Europe's Baltic states. Women in Lithuania have a 54% population share, and they have a median age of 43.5 years. Legally speaking, it's very safe to be a woman in Lithuania, since the law on equal treatment aims to ensure the provisions of the Lithuanian constitution are being implemented well. Their labor code also obligates all employers to abide by gender equality principles. Currently, most Lithuanian women work in the public or social services sector. The number of women in politics and business is steadily growing, but the pace is yet too slow. Now, for our top pick. It's highly likely that a lot of people are unaware of which country has the highest number of women. Latvia sits near the Baltic Sea and has a female population share of 54.1%. Ever since the country gained independence in 1990, there are still some remnants of the Soviet regime, but their strong tradition of reconciling work and family life is considered as a positive legacy. Nevertheless, strong gender stereotypes still exist in Latvia. Gender pay gaps are still persistent. On the bright side, Latvian women have high employment rates and participation in the labor market. I hope you enjoyed learning about which country outnumbers men. What are your thoughts about this list? What other countries do you think have high female populations? Share them below. If you found this video interesting, check out this other video of the best countries to live in 2023. Continue expanding your world IQ.